Today, I'm going to go over the paintings that I made this year. Not everything, I'm just going to go through some of the artwork. Most of this artwork is from videos I did, other than the first one or two paintings that I did. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay, starting in January, this is the first painting of the year. I hadn't painted all December last year, so I was kind of rough around the edges. I was trying different techniques, and I painted this. I liked the concept, but I was looking at the trees and I realized my trees kind of suck. So I decided to start painting more trees, and so I made the 100 tree video. And I made this painting in February, which is partway through after I started drawing 100 trees, because at the beginning of the year I was still recovering from surgery and I had also problems with my knee, which is a separate thing from the surgery, but that's a story for another day. So I painted this dark forest that kind of spooky, but I spent a lot, maybe like 3 or 4 hours on this. So after that I did some more studying of trees, and I finished off the 100 tree video with this painting, which is one of my favorite paintings of the year. I still see problems with it, and that's probably every painting, but I like the tree, the main focal point where it's twisted. This is a updated version since the video that I did. I just kind of cleaned it up a little bit, and there's still problems after that too. I like the storytelling here where you have the two different colors of trees that are intertwined, kind of like old and new. I titled this one The Final Tree. And we're moving on to one from May Sketchaday that I worked on a little bit, but I wouldn't consider this one finished. And that was one of the big projects I did this year, which it wasn't that hard of a project because I just sat down every day and worked on it. I had a clear goal on what to do, and it makes it easy to get stuff done that way. Then I started messing around with some pixel art in a program called Aseprite. There's a video on that too. And we're in May, obviously. Or no, this is June now. Beginning of June I did this. I was trying to capture that pixel art style using a pixel art program. Probably could do this in Photoshop too, and there would be less issues with the tablet, because that's what I was having a lot of issues with. And then I just wanted to make a painting. This painting was in a video for me just telling people to just draw like something, just to get in the habit. That's more the thing. That doesn't mean you're gonna improve, but it means you're gonna be able to get into the process of working more often. I really like the colors in this one. The shapes are fun. The clouds are really fun to work with. A few rough spots. This might have been one of my longest videos of the year. Not videos, longest paintings of the year. Around 7 hours. And then I did a soft round brush challenge, where I just used a soft round brush for the whole painting. I could get some hard edges by making it smaller. I like some of the cracks on the rocks here, and I really like playing around with the focus and the blurriness of the background to really play into that soft round brush. But it still looks kind of muddy in some of the sections. And as I was working on this one, I was drawing and painting a lot of rocks too. 100 of them, which is probably my best video that I made all of 2023. And I had a lot of fun just playing with this one. It's just like, we can just play with shapes, because that's mostly what rocks are. They're just like, they're solid too, so they're pretty rigid and easy to kind of like manipulate. Like clouds are a little more difficult, in my opinion. But still, I probably spent 7 hours on this one too. I like the storytelling here, where there's all these rocks kind of forming to the center. Maybe I should do another piece on this one where I kind of show what happens, what I'm envisioning happens after this scene. And then I did some mood painting. This one's a little more cleaned up since I worked on it. There is a lot of like messy parts of it, which I wish I could have gone back well, I still can go back and clean up, but it gets overwhelming if you try and go back and clean up everything. This one probably will stay this way, unless I want to like try and print it or something, then I'll work on it, but it's not one of my favorite ones. Then these were from photos to paintings, and I had this cool sunset, and I turned it into like a thunderstorm over a mountain, and I spent some more time on this one. Might be the biggest one I've made too, because of how long it is. But it is a lower resolution though. That was made in October. And in November, I was drawing a bunch of hands. And then in November I didn't have any like paintings. December is when I made this. I really like this one. I still need work, and I do plan on working on this one a bit more, because it's one of my favorite ones of the whole year. Good way to wrap it up. Alright, I have some honorable mentions. Let me go get those. Alright, I just want to go through some miscellaneous ones that I thought were kind of cool, kind of interesting. Or these are just a few things that aren't like full paintings. They're sketches or studies. So these are a couple of my tree studies that I did. I think these are by different artists, but I don't remember which one. I think this first one on the left is Ivan Shiskin. Probably saying that wrong. But I had a lot of fun with the reflections in this, and the colors, and the different trees overlapping with each other. Definitely would go back and paint more of his stuff as a study. Very good color, very realistic, well rendered. I don't remember which one artist this was from, but I got really into like rendering a tree on it with the bark falling off and the different colors in it. Here's one of my favorite ones from May Sketch-A-Day as well, which was the first one. But I'm putting it in this one because I didn't clean it up any. Just kind of left it as is. And then here's another master study for the 100 Rocks. And this was, I think, Clyde Asperg, a study of his artwork. And here's just a random project I did for a quick video earlier this year. I just wanted to do something simple, kind of mess around with texture and different brushes. And I came up with this, and it's okay. I like the colors in it. That's the main thing. Bottom half, I think I could crop off this tower here. And this was the one made out of coffee, which is really interesting how that came out. And then a few more master studies for the hands for that 100 hand video. These were studies of John Singer Sargent. I really liked his hands and his different colors and the shapes and the gesture of the hands too. I didn't capture them exactly perfectly, but I did do them, and I really learned a lot from all kinds of stuff. This is probably one of my most successful years in painting. I spent like 4 years of digital painting for me, and I kind of wanted to just showcase all the stuff I did this year. And it's a good way to look back on and see the progress I made from the first one that I did, which I think looked really bad. And that just happens. You're gonna get bad paintings. Probably more bad paintings than good paintings. And I showed mostly my good ones. Some of them are a little rough, but most of my good ones I showed here, just to make it more interesting and more fun to look at. Even though there is a lot that I didn't show. Had the most growth. Giving yourself a goal, like drawing 100 of something, is something achievable. Like, you just work towards it. And every single one that I decided to work towards, I've done. So I'm really happy about that. And I'll probably do more of those type in the future, because people really like those. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And until next time, Dartagon out.